just recording me. Boop. Okay, I got a new yoga lady. Don't know if anyone's noticed yet. Isn't she good? She's nice, eh?
Where'd you get it?
Winners.
Oh, good old Winners.
Good old Winners. I mean, most of those things I think are from Winners or gifts or from TJ Maxx. You can never have too many. Although if you ever see them in a different pose, because they're always in this pose, the only one that I have that's really different, I've got a little bunny back there that's in child's pose, but most of them are usually in a seated pose. It's nice to find different ones. Let me know if you see one. Keep your eyes peeled. All right, some lumbar love. Let's take a big breath in and bring our hands right into our lower back. Opening up across our chest. Check in with your pelvis if it's tipped under or tipped over. Think of it like a fishbowl where we want to keep our water, if it was in our fishbowl, nice and steady. Softening our jaws, our shoulders. We'll take another big breath in, reach up, and then bring our hands to the middle part of our back with our thumbs forward, our fingertips back, so hugging onto your rib cage. And take some big breaths in. Feel your lungs expand. And then contract again, come back to neutral. Inhale, open up, notice the rib cage. See how it feels without judging. How it opens up, one side compared to the other. And another big breath, sweep our arms up. And we'll bring our hands into a little hug. So up across to our shoulders, our upper back, and take some deep breaths in here and notice the difference in the feeling in your back as you breathe in and out. We'll take good care of our backs today. Bringing our left hand down to the mat and our right arm up. Let's tip over to the side really gently, some flexion, breathe in and come back up. Oh, that's 2 breathes in, sorry. Breathe in again and tip over, breathe out. Breathe in, come up. Right hand over to the left knee, a little twist. Keep the belly button towards me. We'll reach up. Twist over to the other side, exhale. We'll reach back up, inhale. Exhale, bring our hands back behind us. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, if it feels okay, a little bow forward. You can unclasp your hands if it doesn't feel good. And we come back up to seated. Inhale, sweep up. This time tipping over to your right. You can have your hand as far away from your body as you want to. Back up, breathe in, tip over to the other side. We'll reach up and now add our twist, one twist over, whatever side you want to do. Back up, breathing in, twisting over to the other side. Up we go again. Hands go back behind us. Inhale, open. And exhale, dive. We'll bring both of our hands to our knees now, lifting up, out through the crown of the head. Ooh, I hope everyone's okay. Turn towards our right knee with our chest. Reach forward and down and around. Coming back up. Reach long with the chest. Make that circle. Oh, thank you, Susan. I should put little shush shine signs down there. Yoga in session. Come join us. Last one, pause at the top of our in-breath. Exhale, reach the chest around to the opposite knee and come around. It's like you're stirring up the base of your spine. Even picturing where the base of your spine is and feel the length coming out, reaching forward. A few more of those. Change the music up for you. I love this song. All right, back up to neutral. So if you'd like to do your cat and cow seated, this is how it goes. Hands come to the knees and we tuck the tailbone under a little bit and then roll through, wrap the elbows around the rib cage. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, open. You can stay with cat and cow in that way, especially if you're taking care of your wrists or your knees, or you can move now to all fours for your cat and cow. No rush whatsoever. Take your time, seated or not. Fists for wrists are another great option, or your forearms moving onto blocks. Wherever you are, one vertebrae at a time. See if you can bring your attention completely to your spine, to your center that connects you. Personally, I start at the base of my spine, at the tailbone on each inhale and each exhale. Last cat, last cow. A little different warm up. So we come to just our tabletop. We'll inhale into cat back. So tuck the tail. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale to tabletop. So coming back up. And exhale to cow pose. Belly goes towards the mat. Exhale to all fours. So just a neutral back. Inhale, cat pose. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, cow pose. So shoulder blades come together. Inhale, all fours. So we draw the belly button back up towards the spine. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, cow. Belly goes towards the mat. Shoulder blades come together. And back to neutral. And child's pose. We'll reach our hands nice and long. Maybe even putting our palms up, giving our wrists a little bit of a break. You can have as much space as you'd like to between your knees for your body. Wonderful. We'll come back up. So our right hand's going to stay relatively out from the body back into our all fours position. And sit the hips back to the heels. Right hand comes, left hand back behind your head. If that doesn't feel good, draw your hand in a little bit closer. If it feels unsteady, other side, that left hand's a little bit further away, and we move into a twist on this side. Back to all fours. One cat, one cow. And then we'll move into some spinal balance, or sometimes it's known as bird dog, but we're adding a crunch today. Reaching your right arm forward and your left foot back, or you could have your hands down. Now elbow to knee underneath the body, a little crunch. And we'll do 4 on this side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Our last one. And then switching sides. So some modifications, if you're taking care of wrists and shoulders, you could roll onto your back and do some bicycle crunches. Let's do 2 more. And taking a rest in child's pose, unless you'd like to move up into downward facing dog. Whichever one you choose what feels best for your body in this moment. If you're in child's pose, we can feel a nice, beautiful stretch along the lower part of our back. With each breath in, feel the lower back expanding a little more. Inhaling to all fours. Wonderful. You can move up to down dog if you want to. Otherwise, we're going to make our way up to the top of our mat, bringing our right foot up between the hands. You can use a chair there or use your hand behind your heel and help walk it on up. Rise to your lunge. And then we'll be making our way to forward fold. So maybe you're pushing onto this knee, maybe you're pushing to the mat. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, breathe in. Back to your fold, breathe out. Inhale, lifting back to that chair, nice strong spine. Chest is proud and up. Exhale, fold. Last time for your chair, breathe in. Right up into our mountain. So just peeking our head out of the clouds. Let's flow our mountain, reach up and breathe out. Hands come back to our sides. Moving through all on your own. You can touch your thumbs together at the top if that feels good. If you're taking care of your shoulders, you could use just one hand. And a little difference today, we'll bring our hands in front of us, palms face each other, and we'll rise up with that one, stretching our shoulders in that direction. If you want to, you can do the heel lifts as we lift up and then come back down, trying to use an equal ratio breath. So maybe 4 counts up, 4 counts down. Inhale, 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 pause. Exhale, 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 pause. Last one of those, and we'll step back to our moonflowers. Take the left foot back, turn our toes out towards the edges. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, bend our elbows, bend our knees. Inhale up, exhale down. Being careful with our knees and making sure that they're not going towards the front of our mat, that they're tracking out towards the middle of your foot. Our hips are going back, our chest is proud. One more, and then turning that into our sunflowers, reaching for the mat, and then all the way back up. Honor the body. Check in with the weight into both of our feet, the length of our back. Last one, let's rise up, bring our fingertips together at the top, palms together. Breathe. Bending our knees, hinging at our hips, and still reaching forward. Breathe. This doesn't feel nice, bring your hands to your knees instead. Straightening out our legs, turning and looking towards our right foot. Let's turn all the way back up to forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Sweep all the way up, breathe in. Exhale, hands come back behind us. Find your chest opening. Feel the space across your collarbones. And if you'd like to, you can forward fold. But you don't have to, especially if you feel dizzy. Release those hands, come all the way back up. Breathe in, grab your right wrist, hip over to the left. Stretch the whole side of your body so that right hand is reaching long, but we're still pressing into our right foot, stretching that whole side. All the way up, other side, find the length in your wrist, tip over, but still anchored down into that same side foot. The core is still strong and protective of our backs. And we'll release. Roll your shoulders around. Time for our sun salutations. We will do a full sun salutation today. If you don't care to go down to the mat, you just hold your lunge and stay up and just do your flowing lunge. I shall show you many options. Okay, with that chair too as an option. So we'll be at the tops of our mats, find some space between the feet. Let's take a big breath in, reach up. A full dive into your forward fold or stop halfway if that feels better. Halfway lift, breathe in, fold, breathe out again. Be bending our knees and taking our left foot back into a lunge. You can stay here in your lunge, back heel high. And I just want to show before I go down, if you want to, you'll flow your lunge. So you can stay here and flow your lunge or hold your lunge if it doesn't feel good to flow. All right, you can stay there or move to downward dog or all fours or child's pose. You can choose again to stay in this pose until we get back to it or move into a full or kneeling plank. You can choose to stay or go to your belly or halfway down into chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Let's go back to our bellies. Then we'll all meet, well, we don't all have to meet plank. We'll go to plank pose. And then downward facing dog. Looking up between the hands, we'll be bringing that left foot up between the hands. Take your time getting it up there. Take a few steps. Rise to lunge. We come up where we meet our lunge friends and then forward fold, breathe out. Maybe you've got a nice chair in front of you for this. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Chair pose, breathe in. Breathe out. Let's pop up into mountain and do it again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive and fold. Halfway up, breathe in. Fold, breathe out again. This time the right foot going back. Our back heel is high. You find your lunge and choose if you want to stay here and flow your lunge or move back to downward dog, all fours, or child's pose. You can hold here or flow forward into a plank, full or kneeling plank, halfway or all the way down, up dog or cobra. You can go back to your bellies or go straight back to down dog, and then we'll meet there. Let's take our right foot up between the hands. Take your time, give it a little hand. Rise up to your lunge. Breathe out, forward fold, exhale. Halfway up, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Chair pose, breathe in. Choose where you'd like your arms to be. Exhale, we'll rise up into mountain. Let's do two more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold again. Left foot goes back into a lunge. Take your time, engage the core. Rise up to our lunge. Hold your lunge here or move to downward facing dog or child's pose. Stay in down dog, child's or all fours, or move into a version of your plank, full or kneeling, halfway or all the way down. Up dog or cobra. Back to our bellies. Great job. Rise back up, downward facing dog. Left foot between the hands. Rise to our lunge. And forward fold, exhale. Halfway up. Fold, breathe out. Inhale, chair. Exhale all the way up. All right, just one more. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, dive. Halfway up, breathe in. Folding, breathing out. Right foot back, find your lunge. You can hold your lunge or move back to downward dog. So we can flow or go to downward dog. I'm going to flow my lunge this time. You can hold your downward dog or move into a plank of your choice, up dog or cobra. When you're ready, moving back to down dog, no rush. From here, left foot coming up between the hands, you'll find your lunge. And exhale, forward fold, breathe out. All the way up, breathe in. Exhale. Oh, I forgot a chair. Let's go into chair. Back up, breathe in. Exhale to mountain. All right, sun salutation. Check that off your list. If anyone needs a fan, turn that on. I do love a fan. Okay, so if you'd like blocks, there's blocks for this class if you want to, but you don't have to. If you do use them, they'll be at the top of your mat. We'll be doing a kneeling lunge. Right foot up to the top of our mats. And the left foot goes back. So first, we're just in a regular lunge. So your left kneecap is facing towards the mat. Your right knee is bending. And we can have our hands down on blocks or down on the mat. Whatever works. If anyone needs blocks, let me know. Our left knee now goes down onto the mat, as well as the top of your left foot. Make sure that that right foot is far enough out that your knee doesn't come in front of it. Hands come together, we rise up and into a crescent lunge. So as a modification, hands are on your front knee clasped and you're pushing onto your front thigh somewhere even. Sinking into this left hip flexor. So that's why we want that front knee to be strong and safe. Close your eyes, feel the length of your back. Let's bring our hands to our hips. Now the hips go back, our front toe goes up. This is where, again, blocks could be handy or you hold on to the floor. So right now, I've still got this hip relatively on top of the knee. If you'd like to, you bring your nose towards your shin. You're there for about 5 breaths. You're welcome. All right, back to your regular crescent lunge, shift it forward, rise up. And we'll be moving to downward dog on your chair or on all fours. So downward dog, your regular one, or downward dog on your chair. Breathe. So we're stretching the backs of our legs. In this one, there's a little bend in our knees. Looking up between the hands. This time that left foot comes up between the hands. Take your time getting it there. We're in our runner's lunge first. So maybe some blocks on our hands or hands on the mat. And our hips dropping down towards the mat. Our back quadriceps really strong. So the top of your back leg, that thigh. Breathe. We should have, did I tell you this last week? We should have a pedicure day. Every time I look down at my toes, it reminds me. All right, drop the back knee down. Make sure that front foot is far enough forward that your knee isn't going to go in front as we rise up into our crescent lunge. So maybe this doesn't feel nice for your back. You can bring your hands behind your head to support your neck. So we sink that right hip flexor towards the mat. Great work. Then we shift our hip not too far back. It goes on top of the knee. And we turn the front toe up. Making sure to keep a small bend in this left knee. And if you want to, you're bringing your nose towards your shin. Or even just reaching that chest forward. Feel the stretch on the back of your legs. This is really nice for your back, this stretch. Wonderful job, everybody. We'll be making our way back to downward facing dog. So take your time. That foot goes back. We push up back to downward facing dog or all fours. Like you. And a little difference today, instead of walking our feet towards our hands, let's walk our hands towards our feet. Brings us to the back of our mat. Halfway up, we breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Sweep it all the way up, breathe in. Exhale to mountain. Now a few standing poses. Instead of stepping back like we normally do, we're going to step forward with our right foot. Bend it. Left heel goes down onto the mat. And we're in our warrior one first. Softening our jaws, our shoulders, but keeping our core strong. Few more breaths before we head into warrior two. So our legs basically stay the same. Our hips and chest shift towards the long edge of our mat. Maybe adjusting that back foot. I usually like to adjust the back foot. And we're in warrior two for about 10 breaths. Turn my thing on here. Forgot to put our air filter on. There we go. Pressing nice and strong into both of our feet. Ooh, side angle with some modifications. So right elbow onto right knee, or hey, you've got a block around if you want to, you can place it on the inside or the outside of your foot to move into side angle. So options for that top arm, if you're taking care of your shoulder, tuck it back behind you. If you want another layer, you can reach both arms towards me, or you could grab that block and pretend to pass it to me. The exact opposite of that, reverse warrior, rising up. That right hand goes all the way back. Maybe that left hand tucks back behind your back. Thinking of reaching long, sinking into the legs, pressing into both of the feet. Come to me. Nice and strong on that front leg. Straightening out the front leg now, opening our arms like wings. Moving into triangle. So let's reach your right hand towards me and then hinging down. You need to bring your back foot in a bit. That can feel good. Just a few breaths in triangle today. Bend the right knee, look down at the front foot, lift the back heel as you frame the front foot. Pushing back to all fours or downward facing dog. Take your time. We're just here for a breath or two before we walk the hands up towards the feet. So the back of our mat again. Hands toward feet. Halfway lift, we breathe in. Hold, breathe out. Sweep all the way up. Feel the length. Exhale, hands to our heart. Time for that nice long sequence on the other side. So the left foot's going to go forward. Bend the left knee, heel goes down, warrior one. Hands up or down. You're taking care of your back. Honor it by keeping the hands at your heart. Sinking into our legs, spreading the weight out between both of our heels, the balls of our feet, our toes. Drawing some energy up from the earth. If you need a little extra strength, she's there. Moving into our warrior two, left hand forward, right hand back. Check in with that knee. We want to make sure it hasn't followed us in, still towards the middle of our foot. If we're taking care of the back, remember to take care of the back. Side angle, front elbow onto the front leg, or placing that hand down on a block somewhere. Our top hand reaching long or tucking back behind us or reaching towards me, or both hands reaching towards me. Wherever you are, making sure you can breathe. That's the most important part of yoga. It's the breath, not how we think the poses should look. Rising up into reverse warrior, left hand up. That left knee still bending. You can wrap your other hand around your back. You could even use this left hand to support your head if you're taking care of your neck. Framing that front foot, we'll make sure we lift that back heel first. All fours or downward facing dog. You can use your chair for your downward dog. That feels much better. Or even the wall. All right, looking up between the hands, this time walking feet towards hands till we come to forward fold. Halfway up, we'll breathe in, fold, breathe out. Taking our way into chair, rising up. And then checking in with our legs, our knees. Oh, I love this song. Namaste. Rise it on up. Time for tree pose, which a fun addition, only if you want to. And it kind of depends on the size of your feet. So you can use your block today for your tree pose under one foot, if you want to. That's a lot of big balance. Karen, you can use my block if there's not another. Is there more? Oh, there's two. Okay, perfect. Okay. So with her, Sharon's like, no, I'm not doing this. Our right foot under. So foot on the floor on our block, that's point and flex the other foot. Hands can go out for balance, or if you're close to a wall, that's a nice spot to be too. Then we'll flex, bring it out, open and close. Have fun with balance. All right, bring it in, open, and sole of the foot towards anywhere but on your knee joint, or put it down on the mat. So if it feels good, you could bring your hands up. Holy macaroni, or not. It's very windy today. We'll do that on the other side. Great job. Ooh, isn't that different? Like your other. Oh, that makes me happy. Left foot. Yeah, so that supporting leg is doing a little bit extra work by holding you up here. Let's point and flex. We're rooting down into the one foot, rising through the crown of our head. Now we'll take it out, open and close. Woo. Bend, open, sole of the foot comes on to somewhere around your leg, or put it down on the mat for a little extra connection. Choose where you want to have your arms. Find a place to focus your gaze. Breathe. Allow your breath to try to find an anchor. And release. Oh, good job. So your shoulders should be feeling pretty good too. Let's give our shoulders a little stretch. Draw the right hand across. Oh, mine are sore. Look down the right shoulder. Lift that elbow up towards the sky. The palm of the hand goes towards in between the shoulder blades, stretching our triceps. And then the other side, let's draw the left arm across, drop that shoulder down from the ear, draw it across. Oh. Elbow goes up. And then the hand, maybe the palm comes towards the shoulder blades in between there. All right, that's enough time up top, I think. Let's take a big breath in, reach up. Dive towards Mother Earth on an exhale. We'll come halfway back up on a breath in. Fold again. Stepping back to all fours. Let's move through a few rounds of cat and cow again. Exhaling, cat. Inhaling cow. Take your time, one vertebrae at a time, moving mindfully. Wonderful. All right, we'll be doing a thread the needle. So the right hand sweeping through, palm goes up. We place that right shoulder down on the mat. So there's no weight in our head. Our hips are high. If you want to, you can lift your left hand up. You can place it on your back. Or you could lift your left foot up as well. Let's release that and be doing the opposite. Press your left hand down into the mat, rise up and reach that right arm up now in the opposite direction. All right, thread the needle, left hand sweeps underneath, coming down onto the shoulder. Our hips are high. You can choose to put your hand on your back or lift that left foot up. Make sure our neck is being protected. I fell over. I'm glad you all can't see that. Just Pauline can. Anybody on YouTube later. All right, bring it back to all fours. And then we lift this left arm up towards the sky. Breathe. You have everything you need already within. Back to child's pose. Let's take a nice wide one if that feels good. It's a little bit more space between our knees. Reaching our hips back towards our heels. The head doesn't quite want to come to the mat today. You could put a block underneath it or stack your two fists and place your forehead on your fists. All right, so now we're getting into the more deeper stretches for our back for the next 5 or so minutes before we get our Shavasana. Let's go on to our back. So take a shift forward, sweep the feet around, grab a drink if you want to have a drink before you head down, and make your way onto your back. So we'll be starting with some circles of our knees. So our hands will be on our knees and we'll be moving our knees in circles. So bringing them into the belly, out and around, going one way first. Keeping a hold on them. And let's go the other way now. Massaging our lower back slightly on the mat as we go through. Great work. And then we'll draw both of our knees into our chest. Take a little rock side to side. Moving into our bridge pose. So placing the soles of the feet down on the mat. Slowly peeling the spine up off the earth. Maybe putting a block underneath if that feels better, or a block between the knees or thighs. Lifting up. Slowly lowering our hips back down onto the mat. Moving into happy baby. So the knees come up, they find some space between them. They come out towards the outside of the rib cage. Soles of the feet face up towards the sky. And you can hold on to your feet, the backs of your legs, anything. So this pose is just like when we do our yogi squat or garland pose. This is just the upside down version of that. So if you're working on that pose, this is one way to do it to get ready for it. Bring our knees back in and take our left ankle and place it on top of our right thigh, moving into a figure 4 position. So your right foot can be off the mat or it could be down on the mat if it doesn't feel good. Using our hands, reaching through, our right hand going around the outside of our right leg, our left hand reaching through that window of our legs for the back of the left leg is what, or the right leg, sorry guys. And you can allow yourself to draw that leg in a little bit closer. You could use your elbow to hinge out that bent knee out to the side. Just making sure that our feet are flexed and strong. So at the moment, our ankle is on our knee. Now we're going to bring the knee over onto our knee. So just close the window basically and move towards grabbing a hold of the back, our shins or the underside of our Achilles or our heels. Big stretch here. Modify any way that feels good for your back. Amazing job. Let's unravel that and we'll do it all on the other side. This time your right foot or whatever foot you didn't have, it's flexed and up above your left knee. And that knee is opening up out to the side. Your right or your left elbow is, your left knee is bent. And you can use your right elbow to hinge out your right knee if that feels good for you. As you draw that left leg closer to the body, we're trying to keep our lower back still anchored down into the mat. Have patience with your body. Compassion, just like you would for a friend. At the moment that ankle is on the knee, now we'll close the window, draw the knee on top of the knee, and reach for the backs of the ankles or the tops of the shin bones where your leg meets your foot. And draw the knees closer to the belly. Again, trying to keep the lower back down. Our head is down. About 10 more breaths there. Unwinding. Let's bring our knees to 90 degrees and open up our arms like wings or like a T, palms facing up. And take the knees over to one side, rolling onto that side of the hip. Keep our shoulders anchored. Being mindful if something doesn't feel good in our back, pulling back. All right, switching sides. Draw the knees gently back up to center and slowly lower them to the opposite side. Be nice to your back. You can hang out in that pose a little while longer if you'd like to, If there's another pose that feels good for you this morning, feel free to add that in now. And then we'll move into Shavasana. We've got a nice, relatively long, about 12 minutes. So that is a great amount of time for a good Shavasana. Hopefully it's at least 10% of our classes each time. Take your time to get into your Shavasana pose, either flat on your back, grabbing your eye covers, or enjoying another pose of your choice. You guys are gonna like this one, I hope. Settle in, take your time. You can lie on your back. Making your body as comfortable as possible. It's okay to let go. It's okay to relax. You can have your arms by your sides or resting on your belly or your heart. With your legs in a relaxed position. Allowing the floor to support your body. So really letting the weight of your body sink down. Feel your body, let go. Visualize the color red, beginning to flow into the soles of your feet. And then up into your legs. See it like the color of an apple, filled with light. Move the red light up your legs and slowly into your hips. The red twirls around like a tornado, especially at the base of your spine. And then continues to fill your whole torso. Feel the red saturating all of your organs. Moving into your shoulders. Going down both arms. And into your hands and your fingertips. The energy is swirling around in your throat and moving into your head. Feel the red energy in the center of your head and ears. And finally, beginning to move out the crown of your head. Now picture an orange color, like the color of a fruit, an orange. Moving into your feet and ankles, up both legs, and into your pelvis. Feel the vibration of this color in your abdomen, and then your entire torso. Feel the orange swirling in your belly. Moving the orange light throughout your body as you did with the red light. Not missing a spot. And then allow it to leave through the crown of your head. A beautiful green color starts to move into your feet. Visualize green, like the grass on a hillside in Ireland. And bring that healing color throughout your body. If there's any area in your body today that needs a little extra healing, swirl extra green around that area. As the green moves out through the crown of your head, see blue, like a magnificent blue sky, begin to flow into your feet and up your legs. It can go slightly outside of your body. That's okay. Focusing the blue in your throat and eyes. Saturate every cell of your body with this beautiful blue light. And then allow it to exit at the crown to make room for a purple color coming into your feet. Picture a deep amethyst purple, filled with light, moving into your legs, then your pelvis and torso. Breathe in the purple and feel how the purple vibration feels in your body. Bring it into your throat and then your head. Soak your brain in this purple light. For the next and last color, using your concentration and focus, feel a bright white coming into your feet. This white is like looking at a snowbank. It's almost blinding. Feel the pure white light coming into your legs. This light is so bright, it is moving out any darkness or any stagnation that is present in your body. If any part of your body needs a little extra healing, move the white light there. Move it around your torso like a tornado, snow soaking and cleansing your organs. Bring it into your arms, your shoulders, and all of your fingers. Feel it spinning in the palms of your hands. Bring the white light into your throats, vocal cords, chin, teeth, brain, eyes, and ears. This white healing light doesn't need to leave, so just swirl it around and breathe. Feel the cells of your body dancing, being nourished by this energy, this light. See it outside of your body also. Now take some deeper breaths, allowing the light to settle deep into the cells of your body. Noticing once again, maybe the sounds of your breath, the feeling of the air, the sounds of the room, the light of the room. We can make some small movements to our hands and our feet, our toes, our fingers. Moving our legs in any way that feels nice to warm up the hips again. Stretching from our fingertips to our toes. You can do a rock side to side, whatever feels good for your body until you're ready to move onto an easy seated position. No rush whatsoever. Take it onto the side and then up. Once we get up there, we'll bring our awareness back to our back. A big breath in. First, we'll start at the lower part of our back, opening up across our chest, checking in with our alignment in our pelvis. Another breath in. We'll bring our thumbs to the front of our rib cage, fingertips are towards the back. Take a breath in, feel your rib cage expand. Exhale. A big breath up. Let's give ourselves a little hug into our upper back. Big breath in. Exhale. One more breath up. We can draw our hands together towards the heart or towards the earth. Namaste, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Have a great day full of all the colors of the rainbow today. Bye, Pauline.